Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of the show. We know we've been a while. However, we are here now, and we had a lot of things going on. We had a pretty long holiday. It was 3 days, granted, but usually when you're working a lot, 3 days is a lot of time. In fact, I think I only end up taking half of Sunday and then Monday off. So that was good. Got to go ahead and get some sun, get some barbecue, hang out with a few friends. We took some photos, did some laughs, that sort of thing. So that was definitely good. And this week, obviously, getting back into the swing of things. So that's pretty much where we are picking up. So I actually just got back from, I was out this morning taking care of some stuff, working on projects, sending emails, that sort of thing. And I went to the bank and was talking with the teller for a while. And we got into a conversation about movies. So we were talking about cell phones and about how after the movies, people usually just sit on their phone. They really don't do anything. Really don't do anything else. You'll have the main movie, then you'll have like the animated credits, and then usually after like a superhero movie like the Avengers or Iron Man or Captain America, usually it's after these Marvel films, you'll have the main film, you'll have the animated credit rolls, but then after that you have kind of like a little extra scene that comes into play. And what we realize is that everybody's always on their phones. Everyone is always on their phones between the movies, and then we've got the pattern down, so we know that, okay, well, between the movie and then the extra footage that comes afterward, they're usually just playing, the credits and whatnot. It might be animated. A lot of people might be into that. I'm definitely into it, but we did notice that there were a lot of people who would actually look around, who were constantly looking around, and who were constantly on their phones. So in fact, they weren't looking around. They were just on their phones. So they weren't even watching the screen. That would be a great opportunity for a director to capitalize on that moment. Like, for example, having someone like Tony Stark saying, hey, by the way, while you guys have your phone out, and then get the audience to do a call to action, because they already have their phones out, and you can use that to break that third wall and create an engagement. Maybe have them post something on social media. Maybe have them do selfies. Maybe even use Snapchat using a geo filter for opening night and selective movie theaters, and having a custom Marvel themed Snapchat filter as well, which is something that can definitely be implemented and definitely adding more value to your customer base. Granted, yes, I know it's going to cost more money to do that, but however, it's all about the experience. It's all about creating loyalty, and who knows, maybe having a contest. Yeah, you snap this photo during opening night, and then a random user hashtag it, Marvel, or hashtag it Marvel Film, or Sony Pictures, or whatever the case may be, and use that to generate a contest. And the person might get an all paid expenses trip to Comic-Con or Dragon Con or some kind of con. So that's definitely something that can be utilized if you're in the film industry. If you're watching this, I don't know who's watching this. My last video got like 9 views, so I don't know. This might reach you. It might not. If it's valuable to you, go ahead and use it. But my point being is that gap time between the actual film and the extra roll, people are always on their phones. They're not watching the screen. So because they're not watching the screen, and you know that they're on their phones, they already have it out. You can, like I said, you can use that bonus film to maybe get their attention and get them to do a call to action, knowing that they already have their phone out. Who's gonna get to it first? I don't know. I don't know who's going to do it first, but I think it would be a great way to really engage your audience right there in the movie theater and create a totally unique experience. So definitely go ahead and consider that. What is it that you have? What's a hidden talent that you may have? I heard the story about this knight called Prince Five Weapons. And Prince Five Weapons was one of the most amazing, and he was just an utter beast when it comes to knighthood and chivalry. And he was like one of the baddest warriors around. And he went and he visited his town. Prince Five Weapons has defeated like almost just about every single enemy that he's come across. He's pretty much defeated, right? And so what happened was Prince Five Weapons was traveling one day. He was journeying, comes across this town, and he goes and he talks to the village people, the people that were living there in the villages, and was noticing that people were acting kind of strange. I mean, he thought, okay, well, this is weird. Usually when I go to a town, they're polite, or they're playful, or they're really, really engaging. But people that were really, really standoffish, they really didn't want to talk to him. They didn't have time for him. The only thing he wanted to know was like, hey, I'm headed to, there's this mountain range that I'm headed to, and I just need some directions. So, he just asked the villager, so where do I go? And the villager was like, well, to get to the destination, you're actually gonna have to go through the forest. But you don't want to go through the forest because the hairy troll, the sticky troll, is there. And you don't want to go through the forest and run into the sticky troll because he will eat you alive. And the prince was like, well, I'm Prince Five Weapons. You may not have heard of me, but I am the most amazing warrior in the land. I've never been defeated. So the villager tells him, okay, you can go through the forest, but to be sure to look out for the troll because he will eat you alive. Prince Five Weapons is like, okay, fine, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll just go ahead and I'm not worried about the troll. I'll go. So he starts heading through the forest, and then all of a sudden he hears poof, poof, poof. Out from one of the trees inside the depths of the forest comes this huge troll. I mean, the troll must have been at least 8 feet tall, 8.5, 9 feet tall. And Prince Five Weapons goes, oh, so you must be Sticky Hairs the troll. And the troll goes, that I am Sticky Hairs the troll. And so he ends up, Prince Five Weapons goes, well, I'm Prince Five Weapons, and I am the most powerful knight in the land. And so Prince Five Weapons basically punches the troll with his left hand, and it gets stuck. And then Prince Five Weapons kicks him with his left foot, and then that gets stuck. And then the prince kicks him with his right foot, and he gets stuck in the hairs. And then the prince punches him with his right hand, and he gets stuck in the hairs. And Prince Five Weapons is tangled at this point. And all the troll can do is just sit there and stand there and just laugh as this knight was just stuck and trying to get out. And then finally the prince hits him with his head, and that gets stuck. So now the prince is really in trouble. And the troll is just laughing hysterically, like, ha 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 ha, you've never been warned about my power. And then the prince goes, oh, we're not done just yet. If you eat me, then I have fire inside my belly, and it will destroy you from the inside out. And the troll was shocked, like, whoa, I've never met someone like you with that much confidence. In fact, you're an anomaly. You're rare that someone, even in the face of defeat, can be so defiant and so confident. How did you become so confident? And Prince Five Weapons says, because I know the power that I have in my heart, right? So that's actually the lesson, is that knowing a strength that you have internally, that you can bring out, that you can mold, that you can grow, that you can constantly build upon and use it and execute it on the dime whenever you need it. Thank you guys very much for tuning into the show, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.